You're Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show today. Welcome, welcome. You can tell when you're 50 and fabulous because with everything that we have, with the setup, we have to make sure that we have our glasses here to make sure that we're able to see the fine print.
And we're on time today. We got everything set up now. Everything is looking really great. So now we actually on time today.
We understand our set. We understand our setup here. We have an absolutely amazing production person behind the scenes. So can we go ahead and give him a doggone shout out?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't nobody like him.
Nobody.
So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. No, we just let nephew. We got nephew in the background. You know, he move. That's the shout out. Move.
Good Lord, good Lord. How are y'all doing today? I hope that you are doing wonderful. How are you doing on this Wednesday?
You know something? I actually am doing really, really good today. Yes, but I'm mad at you.
What's new? You're always mad at. You're always mad. And by the way, welcome to the Keisa and Joe Show, coming to you every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Keep going. Let me go ahead and here so I can give you some therapy.
I was scrolling through social media yesterday.
Yeah.
Got a few text messages yesterday.
Yeah.
And you put out a APB on my dress, man.
I did.
According to the streets, they say your boy Joe Lockett don't know how to dress.
I'm sorry.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, how y'all doing? This boy Joe Lockett. Is anything wrong with my dress?
Okay, so what had happened was I had a couple of women who just kind of said, you know, what's up with your boy Joe and how he's dressing and everything, with shirts and all those bright colors. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, so I was like, he's oh man,
I got my own style.
Style? So,
what was this?
Huh? Just connecting.
Okay,
so no, it's okay. So I had a couple of people who just said, you know, they were like, you know, maybe we could arrange. And y'all, I have to correct something that I put out yesterday because I said you can take Joe Lockett shopping. So correction, you can go shopping with Joe Lockett. Joe says, I'll buy my own
clothes.
I'll buy my own clothes. Y'all don't have to buy my clothes.
Exactly.
But you can go shopping with him and just sort of, you know, help him with his style. You know, I don't know if there's anything
what is this? You know, help him with his style. You know, what the?
I'm just trying to help him.
No, wait a minute. What is it? You help him with his style. You know, what is this? Hold on.
With your style.
Good morning, Omar. Rachel, how's it going?
Hey, Omar.
Chrissy, how's it going? How y'all doing?
Hey, Rachel.
So what are you saying, Todd?
Well, I'm just saying you have some ladies who would love to be able to assist you as part of your wardrobe. And listen, at the end of the day, come on, trust your girl. It's an opportunity to meet and greet some wonderful ladies.
And
as the single man of experience, it's an opportunity to meet
wonderful
ladies.
I am an eligible bachelor.
She's an eligible bachelor.
So I would definitely go out. I would entertain, but I would pay for one-on-one. I'm paying for my own clothes, ladies. Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, sir. That's the Milkadamia.
Okay.
And for you, Joe.
Okay.
Can you say
and this is the owner of Filter. How you doing? And tell us a little bit about the shop here. What are we drinking this morning, actually?
So what you have in front of you right there is our number one seller. It is our salted butterscotch. And so we make that sauce in-house. So we make that right here, and we put a little bit of salt in there, a little bit of butter, and some yummy sugar.
Right.
Blends really nicely with a cup of coffee.
It is awesome. And you got some macadamia nuts?
So he has a traditional milk, so to speak, and I have the macadamia nut milk.
Yeah, that's one of the alternative milks that we offer here. We have oat and macadamia. So just for those who have problems with dairy, come and check us out. We have alternatives for you. So
yeah, what are some other successes you have for the people that always order?
Well, we also make vanilla in house. So the number of sauces that we make in house, lavender blossom. Number one seller is this right here. Everyone knows and loves it. Vanilla. Come check those out. About 12 to 15 different teas to taste
gonna have to try one of these teas.
I'm a fan of the teas too. I tried one, but I can't get past.
So y'all make sure y'all come on out. This is the Filter Coffee Parlor. This is the owner of the shop, and he always takes care of us. He'll take care of you guys. So stay locked in. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Love, love, love it. And the environment is so cozy. We're sitting out here looking out across this outside of Birmingham.
Now I'm gonna calm down now because I got my coffee.
I know, right?
I got my coffee.
I know, right?
I had to just
Oh, okay, for a little while.
Yeah,
calm down.
I was about to get upset, but go ahead.
But ladies, it's your opportunity. You get an opportunity to meet one of Birmingham's most eligible bachelors, to go shopping with him if you'd like. So you can touch base with me, or you can reach out directly to him.
Okay, but yeah, is there really something wrong with my dress? I'm just saying.
We're gonna see. I'm watching you, Joe.
Yeah,
guess
but
who's on there? Your buddy Reggie Parker from yesterday.
That's my dog. You know, I mean, him got into it yesterday. That's all good. You know, because you're my boy. You know what I'm saying? My man 50 grand and all. How you doing? Hey, Shamel. Let me see. We're on TikTok today, y'all.
Okay. Hey, TikTok.
What's up, Chrissy? What's up, Nurse? What's up, Victor? What's up, Shamel? What's up, King? Hey, everybody.
Hey, y'all. I need a favor from y'all too.
Okay, who over there? I don't know.
Hey, Rico. Hey, LaShawn.
Okay. Hey, Shamel.
Hey, Reggie. Hey, Omar. Hey, Rachel. Hey, y'all.
Denise. Hey, Denise.
And Reggie, Joe says that he said you his dog, y'all all right, even though y'all got into it yesterday.
He already know that. We man code, we good. We'll chop it up.
Hey, Rico. Hey, Omar. Tell Tanya Michelle I said hi, Keisa. Hey, I sure will. Tanya Michelle is really cool, by the way. So I sure will. Hey, Reggie. Nope. Reggie said nope. Y'all aren't friends.
We good, Reggie. I'm not finna start no internet beef with you.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do that, bro. I'm not finna be like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake. We're not finna do that. Okay, we good.
Put some respect on that name.
I forget their name. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Speaking of beef, y'all. The big story today. I shot a video on the way here, and if you saw me, I look completely different. Just a few minutes ago, I have to kind of go put on a face and all that stuff. But
before we get into all that, what are we talking about? Short-day relationships.
Oh, thank you for keeping me together.
What are we talking about?
Okay, so but this will be related. I want y'all to listen to this. That's coming out with Sean Puffy Combs. Okay, we're going to talk about relationship red flags. Okay, what are some red flags that you need to
telling the man he can't dress?
I mean, is it a red flag if it's the truth?
The truth is in the. I was told by my mama and dad or my teachers in school that the truth is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay, all right. Well, listen. Someone may love. Nephew said someone lied. I mean, I didn't say it. Nephew said it. But listen. But it's a great opportunity for a one-on-one time for you, to get to know some new friends and to have some new people that you associate with. So anywho. Relationship red flags is what we're talking about today, because our job was already, Joe. So our job is to make sure that the 50 that we're talking about, and we're talking how to connect with the 50 and fabulous crew. Okay. So relationship red flags, what are they? That happens at the bottom of the hour, right around 10:30. But we also talk about news of the day. What news?
Yes, the news of the day. We've been talking about it on my show and almost any show that you turn on to right now.
Yeah.
He did it. I don't want to stay long on this, but what are your thoughts on what's happening with him right now, Keisa?
My thoughts on what's happening with P. Diddy. And here's what we understand from and I go back to sort of my.
And for those who don't know, go ahead and say what's actually going on.
I'll give him a quick recap really quickly. So that these allegations are coming out, and Lord Jesus, let me pull my little thing up because my shirt is just like trying to fall down. So anyway, that's better. Anyway, sorry y'all, it's live TV. Trying to be respectful.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But what happened with P. Diddy? Apparently, federal agents, Homeland Security, raided his mansions, 2 of his mansions. I think it was yesterday that this happened. The day before yesterday that this broke. All the while Puffy was trying to escape out of the country. Now, I shouldn't say escape because that's allegedly, but he was boarding a plane, is what we understand.
He was going to visit some friends.
He was going to visit some friends.
He was on vacation.
minor. He got caught up in this sort of allegation too, bringing a minor from across state lines. In order to have sex and perform sex acts and different things like that. And again, news person, y'all. So these are allegations, but to have the folks from law enforcement, Homeland Security, descend on the home the way they did, they arrested those who were at his mansion, including his children. So the allegations.
Well, they detained his kids.
They detained his kids.
Yeah,
they did not arrest them. They detained them and they detained others who were on the property, putting handcuffs on them, but they did let them go. So that is a clarification. So, and I want to read you all's comments. So, my thoughts about it, Joe, are, and the names that are connected to this, Cuba Gooding Jr., Stevie J, they even, by his association with Prince Harry got in there, not pretty long, just in terms of his association. I think about Bill Cosby. I think about, and I'm sure there are other people that are going to come to my mind a little bit later, but you have these black male celebrities, and they have all the money in the world, all the influence in the world, and we get to this point. I mean, what are you all thinking about it as well? It's not going to be just what Joe and I are thinking about it, but we're at this point. He is probably one of the most influential figures in our genre as it relates to hip hop. Right. Who doesn't know Sean Puffy Combs? Who doesn't know the people that he has touched? But unfortunately, as I was thinking about this morning, heading over here, this is what his legacy will be tainted by. I believe.
Yeah, unfortunately, and also he have sold all these shares in Revolt.
Revolt Television.
Revolt Television. So there's a lot really going on with him. And I would say this, until everything's alleged, I would say this here. I'm gonna keep him and his family in our prayers. If he's done any wrongdoing, especially with the kids and anything like that, may the law go ahead and prosecute him as full as the extent of the law. Right. But right now we don't know, so I'm not gonna go off on a tangent about any of these things. It's serious allegations that him is going through. Keep anybody associated with this guy. There's a lot of stuff that's really going on with that. So at the end of the day, Buffy and his family, my prayers are going out to them. And hopefully we can go in and get through all of this. And if there's anybody who was home with that, hopefully they get some kind of I guess
peace, resolution, justification, and it. So, and y'all give us a thumbs up. Hey, Reggie, thank you so much. Reggie says he has 2 questions for us. So fire away at your questions, Reggie. Number 1 and number 2, checking our mics. Can you all give us a thumbs up to make sure that you're hearing okay with my microphone? And Shar, I see some folks over there on your page saying it's so crazy. Y'all talk. Yeah, we are talking about it in a restaurant, right?
No, we're in a coffee shop.
We're in a coffee shop.
Not a restaurant.
Yeah, coffee shop.
Hey, Erica, how you doing, baby girl? We appreciate you. Shar, how you doing?
So the question that we have again is, what are you all thinking about? Number 1, are you all hearing us okay? I want to make sure that that you all are hearing us okay. So let us know about that. And just what do you? So again, what do you think about it? So you talk about my thoughts. We don't have to spend all morning there. And that actually kicked off our topic today, which is relationship red flags. Like, what are some of the red flags? Okay, you hear us better now. Thank you, Reggie. Like, what are some of the red flags that you're going to see in a relationship? Cassie talked about how he drugged her. She alleges that he drugged her and even forced her to perform sex acts with other gentlemen and all that kind of stuff. So, but my thing is, this was a relationship that spanned years, that over 10 years. So
I don't even want to go down that road.
Yeah.
It's so many different things we can think and say in that situation until everything really comes out. Right now, everything is hyperbole and, like I said, allegedly. So I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself really about what I think.
Yeah.
Because my common sense will say something that will probably get this show in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to leave that alone. And I'm very one of those people who speaks my mind. But on this one here, because it's such high profile, I need to do what a radio host, a journalist usually do. You don't speak if you don't know the facts, and if it's not verified by 3 sources, don't talk about it.
I got you.
So the only people we get in front right now is the Shade Room, Tasha Mag, Instagram, and the internet, and those are not reliable sources.
And what I've learned in my journalism career is you cover everything with the word allegedly, because we don't know if any of this is true.
Allegedly, my wardrobe ain't good.
He's still on that doggone wardrobe.
Allegedly.
Help, ladies, please help.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But it is allegedly. And another big story here locally. Birmingham Southern College.
I heard that.
The end of May, y'all. Are you serious?
Yeah. If people who don't know about Birmingham, Alabama, right? It's a college. Like you going, it's a road called Alabama. And it has been a centerpiece since I was a kid. In Birmingham, Alabama, right there on the left. If you're going towards Forrestville or Adamsville, if you're coming from the way, it'll be right down your right. And it's a prestige college. You know, a lot of people. It wasn't known for football. It wasn't known for baseball or basketball, but it was known to be one of the colleges that a lot of people went to. I think like more arts and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure. Liberal arts college.
Liberal arts college, but. This is why we know times have changed, Keisa. Because when colleges start to close, prominent colleges, and can I just keep it real? That one of black folks HBCU college that's closed.
No.
So when college started closing, y'all, right? This telling us that the times that we talk about on this show, times are changing.
They're different.
A college is closed. I mean, they don't have the funding to keep going. And the state, because before they've been fighting to try to keep it because they've been working with the governor trying to get funds.
And the legislature.
And they did have it for a while, but I guess they couldn't get everything that they actually needed.
Yeah. It was voted down. It was presented. But it was voted down by the Alabama legislature.
That's what it was? Okay.
Yeah, they would not approve a loan. And there were other lawmakers fighting for it. Listen, the city of Birmingham even pitched in some emergency money, and they've been very vocal. Even the mayor of Birmingham being very vocal in his support and in his disappointment that this institution is closing. Him, Darrell O'Quinn, city council president, has come out and said too that he is disappointed in the closing. But like you said, changing times.
You know, it'd be nice if we can get the mayor or Darrell O'Quinn to come on to the show to kind of give more insight to that, so I listen. Because I would love to ask him a couple of questions and how did this actually happen?
I'll put it out there. We can certainly make the request. I cover city council on behalf of the Birmingham Times. So, plug for the work that we do at the Birmingham Times. So here is our latest article, which is talking about eliminating the stigma around mental health, but also right on the second page. And I don't know if I can pull it through here. And Reggie, I see your question. I'm going to answer your question. I'm coming to you in just a little bit. Right on the second page. I can't see it here. But anyway, on the second page, you'll see us covering city council and all that great stuff, things out of the mayor's office. Sorry, y'all couldn't show it as much. So anyway, Birmingham Times, a new edition comes out each and every Thursday. Okay. But yeah, we're going to ask and see if we can get Darrell O'Quinn on. These are just changing times. But let me say this, too, as it relates to parents. Let me just throw this out. And we're going to jump out of this really, really quickly because we're getting back into our relationship red flags coming up in just a second. The great thing about where we are today is we certainly are not limited to. And if I'm out here by myself, you all let me know. You can certainly disagree with this. But we are certainly not limited to, in 2024, our children or adults going to a traditional 4-year institution. There are so many different ways to make money. I actually am connected to Chandra Scott, who is with Alabama Possible. She is bringing back, for lack of a better word, the prestige to Alabama's 2-year college system. Because everyone...
So there's hope for me?
There's hope for you. And there are adults who go back and get in a technical field, get their degree in a technical field, because let's just be honest, everybody is not 4-year college material. I attended the University of Alabama, and I say I was on the 5-year plan because it took me 2 years to figure out what in the heck I needed to do. 2 years. So that's 2 years. That was money. Okay. And thank God for Biden and Kamala Harris, because I had a student loan that was forgiven.
Oh, wow.
Because I had to, but I still say it was a great investment because I had great jobs at, as working as part of ABC 3340, Alabama Power. So the education paid for itself. But let's be real, y'all. Maybe I'm out here by myself. And if I am, it's okay if you disagree. I don't think everyone has to go to a 4-year college institution to make a good living. There are viable options out there. You've got entrepreneurs, for instance, who are online, who are making $15 million a year, who are 8 and 10 years old because they're putting up great videos and great content. So we are in a new age, and we don't have to go the traditional route to make money.
I agree.
Would you agree with that?
Well, I'm a guy who didn't go to college, and it shows.
Yeah, but
in good ways and bad ways. But I don't think college is going to make you. College is for that. This is what I had to learn. College is for some people,
sure,
but it's not for everybody.
no,
But I think
no.
going forward for the next generation, that they're going to have a tough um, outlook on what they really need to do. Because right now we're in a cycle of AI. So this world is now developing.
Yeah.
So what does that look like for education? What does it look like for jobs? This college is going to be what these kids need to be able to survive in the world that's coming for them.
Yeah.
So is college going, because the curriculum that they are using, I don't think it's going to be cohesive with what they're going to be going forward in the next 5 to 10 years. Wow. So a lot of things are going to have to change.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I think that we all got to be careful of, y'all, and we never say long, but I think we got to really be careful. When AI does take hold, it's going to be too many jobs lost for people that are actually working, right, in the workforce. And so what are those people going to do? You see what I'm saying? So once AI actually, when AI actually takes off, what that's what's going on?
I'm just making it say, hey,
Okay. Okay.
So, what at the end of the day, when the workforce changes over, right? Especially in the blue collar field, right? And some of it in the white collar field. What is going to happen to the millions? Because when the industrial age and all the ages changes, it was a slow process.
Yeah.
It takes time for those things to take place.
Yeah.
AI is going to be just like that.
Oh yeah.
So when these jobs go away, right, and they start to implement these systems, it's like when cell phones are implemented, the house phone went away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's going to happen to America and all the countries around the world and the people that are working? The workforce is going to happen so quickly. So what is going to happen to my kids and their kids at that point in time, and maybe even us? It may happen because this is going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. So in the next 5 to 10 years, that's going to put me around 50, 60, or 65, right? So at 65, hopefully I'll be retired and everything will be great for me. But for my kids, a whole generation almost can be put out of the workforce. That's not going to. Them jobs are not going to be needed.
They're not going to be needed.
So that I do worry about that.
And then I think about it too, because I wonder how it works for us content creators. Because I am not in a situation where, whereas people would depend on me to write and the skills that I bring to the table to write and to create content, AI can do it for you just like that.
Yeah.
AI is able to create a resume. AI is able to create a business plan. AI is able to create interview questions. All of the things, if they can create a mini book for you. I mean, so many things. So like you said, it's coming directly at that workforce. So what does that look like for our children? Although we don't like it, but it's here. You're absolutely right, Char.
Seriously, because we're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a lot of people that got nice incomes coming in. Like I said, when it goes away and these companies change, and they start automation, you're out of work. It's like when they say they downsize the forces and they start to downsize.
Yeah.
We're going to see this happen. Like when overnight, you're going to see this start to happen. At some point, you're going to start seeing it.
Which is kind of scary.
It's going to be very scary when it starts happening because these bigger companies are not going to need us. So the human factor on a lot of stuff, not everything like that. I'm not trying to be a doomsday or conspiracy person. No. I'm just saying when AI does get hold and it gets into the more of what we're doing, we are going to have an issue with human beings in the workforce. And what are these thousands? What are millions of people going to do for work? And how they're going to make money?
So it almost, so I think the takeaway from this, whether we agree or not, I think the takeaway is
Vicky.
We need to. Hey, Vicki. Miss Michelle Scott Shorts. Hey, Vicki. And Reggie, I hope you're still there. We are coming around to your question right at the bottom of the hour, about 10:30, as we get into this relationship talk. But I think the moral of the story with AI and the things that we talk about is we open the space for us to be able to talk about it. So the question is, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
That it's not for Keisa and Joe to decide that.
No.
We're just, again, the platform is to talk about some of these things so we will not be caught off guard, number one. And number two, I think it has special implications for us because we're a part of the 50 and over group. Now, my nieces and nephews who are 10, 11, 12, they kind of live in that virtual space. It may not even be as scary for them.
Right.
But again, we bring out this in these conversations because we want you to go from here and figure out, or at least take some time to think about, what does it look like? How does my future work with AI, with this current job? You understand, in the next 5 or 10 years, will I even have a job? Okay. So again,
and this is gonna be big. Retirement. What does that look like for you now?
Thank you.
Because these companies are not here without a 401k. Like I said, I don't want to get deep into it, but y'all just need to start having different conversations with your kids, other than just saying, okay, go to college and get an education. Like that's gone.
That's gone.
That conversation is dead. It's old. You can't. That's not going to work. So parents, we have a task as older, and they said we the OGs, right? We have a responsibility now for the next generation to make sure that we start having different conversations. We don't have answers, but we do got to start having different conversations at home. Let your kids know you don't have the answer.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out what we don't want to do is that we will make all alongside.
That's good. So, and stop, we have to stop saying too, well, I'm just not into those computers, or I'm just not, computer savvy.
Right.
We all have to be computer savvy.
Yep, you're not gonna have a choice.
We're not gonna have a choice. Okay. That doesn't mean you have to stay on there and play video games or anything like that. But this is where we are today. So at least if you're not going to be savvy or like it, you don't have to like it, but you do need to know about it.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
And Joe, I'm just gonna go out here on a limb. I know we're talking dating in just a few minutes, but I think this is the space to have these conversations, and I don't want you and I to shy away from the conversations because these are the issues that are affecting us.
Yeah,
they're affecting our children, and again, we need to be talking about the mature conversations. And with everything that's happening in the world, it's tinted a little bit different within our space, within our age group. It's different. So again, we're talking dating, but we're a morning talk show. So we're looking at conversations and things that affect us as the mature and grown folks in the 50 and Fabulous. And let me go ahead and insert a plug right here, right now.
Sure.
You're watching the Keisa and Joe morning show. Listen, we're not asking anything from you but to do one thing. We want you to like and share the broadcast. Your support of it means everything. So if you know someone else who could benefit, or even if you don't know someone who could benefit, you can help us by sharing the broadcast out to your friends and to your community. That's what helps us in what we are endeavoring to do here in the Magic City. So we want to say thank you for watching. And I'm going to volley to you our topic of the day.
Red flags.
Red flags in relationships.
All right, what you got?
Oh, can I ask a question?
What?
Mr. Parker had 2 questions, and I went, hey, Bishop. Hey, Awaski Moore. Hey, Bishop. Bishop said right. I don't know what Bishop said right about.
He was talking about what we was talking about with education.
With education awareness and all that. And Bishop, you know, being in an educational space. Oh, that little girl is so cute. I'm looking at somebody out the window.
We live.
I know, but I can still say the little girl is cute. So Bishop, thank you for joining us. Awaski Moore, Miss Vicky. Okay, Reggie Parker. Reggie, I hope you're still on. If you are a parent, would you want your child dating someone like you? In the past, I wouldn't want my daughters dating someone like me until I matured. Age does not represent maturity, just being honest. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me read that again. If you are, I wonder if I can stretch over here. What? Hey, Mahari. Mahari's my buddy too. Okay, Mr. Parker says, if you are a parent, would you want your child dating someone like you? In the past, I wouldn't want my daughters dating someone like me until I matured. Age does not represent maturity, just being honest. That's a doggone great question. What do you think as a guy having 2 daughters, Joe?
Let me speak to people in Japan. Oh, Kambawa Ogenki desu ka? Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Someone date me like my daughter? Hell no.
So what does that mean?
Not even now.
Can you make sure that you're still here? It's pretty good. You wouldn't want anybody dating someone like you, and why is that? Why not?
Because I'm no good right now. I'm no good for a relationship.
You're not?
No. I'm not good for a relationship because I'm still selfish. So
okay.
No, I wouldn't want my 2 daughters to date a guy like me.
Okay.
Because they wouldn't be happy.
They wouldn't be happy.
No, they wouldn't be happy. My 2 daughters. That's why I'm not in a relationship. That's why I'm not dating.
Okay.
Because where I am right now and the things that I want to go do, I'm not relationship material. So what I want to my daughter to date a guy like me, hell no. Not right now. No. But I would want my daughters to date the guy that's gonna be best for them. They're gonna have to figure that out. But to answer your question, Reggie, what I want a woman to my daughters to date a guy like me, no.
So, all right. So, okay. Before we get to the red flags, thank you for the question, Reggie, and you guys chime in with whatever else you have. So, my question is then because Reggie, I hear you asking the question and saying like how you were back in the day. You wouldn't want your daughters to date, how you were back in the day. Wait, is he still there? Honest. He said, hey man, that's an honest answer. Yeah, honest answer.
Yeah.
So my question is, guys, and this is from a female perspective asking. So if you all don't want your daughters to date anybody who's like you, then is there any merit in being the type of guy that you want your daughters to date? So is there, because
that's different.
Why is it different?
Because I don't want my daughter to date a guy like me, but I'm her father.
Okay.
So I'm going
Help
to
me
do
understand.
things, because as a father, I'm going to do things for her. That I'm going to make sure she's good, and I'm going to equip her.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
For a guy like me. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm not going to abuse my daughter or the things that I would do to other women that won't happen to my daughter.
Okay.
Right. How I treat a woman is not how I'm going to treat my daughter.
Okay.
I'm not ready for a relationship, but I'm ready to be my daughter's father. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to love her and teach her and show her things. But I would tell her, because you see this in your dad, this may not be the man. If he got this kind of personality, this may not be the kind of man you want to date. I can instruct her from that. So there's a difference between being a dad and being a person that, like your dad, that you want to date.
Okay, that's an honest answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my question with that. And ladies, I might need a little help. Here, I'm just already telling you because it looks like I'm outnumbered on this one. But so whoever the person, so let's go to the guy now. So whoever you're dating, that lady is someone's daughter.
Right.
So at what point do you say, man, I have a daughter. I want to do right for my daughter, and I know that this lady is somebody's daughter. So based on that, I don't want to be disrespectful because I got a daughter, and I don't want a man playing games with my daughter or wasting my time. So is there any merit in a man stepping up and saying, because I have daughters, I want to, even though I know I didn't do things right in the past, I want to be an example for my daughter, even for my daughters now.
There's merit in what you're saying, right?
But still doesn't matter.
No, it does matter if that father wants to be a role model.
Okay.
For his daughter. But this is what I think what you're trying to say. When a man is in a relationship with a woman, right? If you're a dad, your daughter is going to take out the dad qualities that she likes.
Okay.
Like we all accept our parents for the good, bad, ugly, and different, and they take out the qualities that they want and the qualities that they don't want. Right? That's what your kids are going to do.
Okay.
So as a man, if I'm dating this woman, right?
Yeah.
If I'm dating her, of course, that's what I want. That's why you heard me say at the beginning of this topic. What did I say? I'm not dating because I'm no good for a relationship right now.
Yeah, you're being honest.
Yes, I'm no good for a woman right now. I'm selfish, right? So that's why I say that I'm not going to put another woman. I'm not.
You're not putting a woman through that right now.
I'm not the guy who's going to put her through that when I know I'm not ready.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
That's honest.
So that's like I said. That's really your question of the way you worded that does not really kind of refer to a guy like me.
Okay.
Because I don't have time for the games.
I got you.
So I'm not going to sit here and try to smash.
I got you.
And then later on, I'm trying to ghost her and get away from her.
I got you.
I'm not going to do that.
So basically, what I hear him saying is that I'm honest up front, and I'm saying I'm not in a relationship, so you can't hold me to that standard of treating a woman a certain way when I say I'm not ready to date.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell her that as well. So
can I ask you a question before we go any further?
Yes. And hold on, Michelle, and hold on, Reggie. I'm coming to you.
Why is it? I'm asking you.
Yeah, come on. Let's get it. Oh no, I'm not scared. Come on.
Why is when the man tells a woman, he don't want that type of relationship, right? Y'all know where I'm finna go, right? I know where you're going. Why do y'all still try to pursue us, thinking that y'all can convince us that we want to be in a relationship? Why don't y'all listen? Because y'all say tell y'all the truth, and when we do, you don't listen.
That's a great question. And I want to make sure you are. Oh yeah, I'm gonna answer. I'm coming to your. I'm coming right to your address.
Okay.
Hey, can y'all? I want to make sure you all can hear me pretty good. I want to make sure you all can hear me. So
I'm sure they can.
Give me a thumbs up. Okay, they're answering. Okay, making sure you all hear me. So he asked a question, and I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna be on the. When I was on the news 20 years ago, I had to say it just right. I had to look just right, not offend. That Keisa is no more.
Okay.
That's over with. That's my past. So why do women do that? Because Keisa doesn't do that. You can say it's my pride. You can say it's arrogance. You can say it's confidence. You can call it whatever you want. Women get stuck because I'll be honest with you, I don't understand that. If a man clearly tells you, I don't want to be in a relationship, this is not what I'm interested in right now. If a man clearly and honestly tells you that, ladies,
and we do,
and y'all, and they do. But a woman goes into save mode. A woman goes into competition mode. A woman goes into nurture mode. Oh, all I have to do is, yeah, we're gonna be grown. Okay, grown. If you don't want to hear it, step away. I can put it on him just right, and I can convince him to change his mind. Or I can cook for him. I can perform all these wifely duties and do all this stuff, and it will convince him to change his mind. So, and change his mind. And you know what happens? You end up being hurt because he told you from the very beginning that he didn't want a relationship. So rather than you saying, you know what, I don't want to waste my time. He told me honest, that's about all I can get. Rather than you taking your energy and taking your nurturing and taking all that goodness and effort and attention that you want to give to him, if this is grown folk talk. So if you don't like it, you can go to another channel. But instead of you doing that, you spend time trying to convince a guy that I can do it, because that's it. Because in my opinion, do with it what you want. That there is an inadequacy in here because I'm trying to convince you that I'm good. Sweetheart, you don't have to convince anybody that you're good. Because when you are the one, so you can waste time when the one who knows you're good is over here. But you can waste time over there trying to convince him when God has the one for you over there. Because and then another thing, I'll tell you another thing. Let me settle down and let me come on back to your street. Because I know some of this too is fear. Some of it is fear. I haven't met anybody that I've had a connection with like that. I may miss out on my opportunity. He's so good looking. He's so fine. Oh my God, I've never had anybody show me any attention like that. This is my opportunity. There's a shortage out there. If you don't take anything away from this broadcast, stop believing the hype. Yeah, women, yeah, we may be in great numbers. But let me tell you something. A high value woman who respects herself and understands that she brings something great to the table and understands that she can bring something and add something to that man's life, not in an arrogant way, but in a confident way, that's the woman who's going to have guys lined up at her door. So let me go ahead and help you dispel the myth. Let me go ahead and help you get out of the fear and understand you are an asset. You are valuable and you deserve to be respected. And when you put yourself in a position to be desperate, well, I hadn't had a date in 5 months. Honey, take yourself on a date. Well, I haven't had a date in a year or 2 years. Date yourself. Continue to prepare yourself and make ready, because I need a whole show on this. You're not, because a high value man is not going to come around every 2 weeks. He's not.
Do I need to stay on?
I'm sorry. I just got on a tangent. I'll stop.
You on the diatribe over there.
Oh,
you okay?
A high value man is not going to come around every 6 months. So why do we do it? Desperation and fear. No need to be desperate, my sisters. No need. You're beautiful. I'm not going to get into who's the prize, because you and my buddy Santo Moss called me that day about saying, oh, guys are the prize. Guys are the prize. Look, Facebook gave me this right here. Guys are the prize. Guys are the prize. Okay, all right, fine. I'm not going there. But what I am saying is recognize your value. Because when you recognize your value, everyone else, including guys, will recognize your value. Did I answer your question? Oh, come on, we gotta talk. Hold on, Joe. Miss Michelle, I would want my son to date someone with my person. I'm sorry. They're looking at me like, what? When a man tells you, come through, Ms. Rachel. When a man tells you who he is, believe him. Sisters, yes. All right. Reggie came back and commented and said, for the most part, we don't know how to express our emotions as guys because we've been taught not to deal with our emotions. He says, I disagree with Joe. He deserves more for himself. Hurt people hurt people. You know, Reggie's a minister too. Reggie, he's gonna want you to expound on
because,
that.
Because I deserve more for myself. What do you mean?
Yeah, he says, what do you mean when you say that, Reggie? He says, he deserves more for himself. Hurt people hurt people. Tell you got to talk to us, Reggie. You can't.
I don't.
We gotta.
Quite get that one.
We gotta understand. We gotta understand what that's about. So,
Lady J says, God says, I'm the prize and don't waste time. Shaw says, same here. You don't have to tell me twice. Erica says, you have to come to me wanting to be a husband, and you need to decide quick if you want to be mine.
Did I answer your question? I'm sorry. I got on a tangent.
You answered my question, but see, the thing is, when we're talking about these different types of personalities, when you're over 50, and that's what we talk about.
That's what we're talking about. Over 50 crew.
You have to understand a couple of things before we get into the red flag, because this is what going into what we want to talk about on the show, the red flags.
Sure.
If you just went through a divorce, anybody watching the show, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, you know what I'm saying, you over 50, you just went through a divorce. What does it really look like now for you in the dating world?
Yeah.
What is a red flag?
Absolutely.
And here's another this is something that men and women do. When you're coming out of divorce, no matter how long you done healed, or you may even be healed, you still have to come into the marketplace and feel it out and find out what's for you.
Absolutely.
And you don't, let me just tell y'all, you don't know.
Yeah.
If you've been married for a long period of time, you don't know what you want.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're looking for.
Sure.
You don't know what it looks like right now. Because what you felt for that man or that woman when you got your divorce, of all those years, you're still locked into being a wife or a husband. Mm-hmm. Single life is a completely different mindset.
New territory.
Than it was when you was while you was married.
That's right.
So I would tell people this here: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. Give yourself grace. Yeah. When you get into the marketplace.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Give yourself grace when you go into the marketplace. Ooh. You're going to get it. Let me just tell you, you're going to get it wrong.
Yeah, that's good. Right? That's good.
No one is going to hurt your heart. It just didn't work out, because people think, well, if the one or two didn't work out and run into the same type people, it's not working. That's not necessarily true.
Not necessarily true.
No, not necessarily true, because we attract, if y'all believe in God, which I do, you attract certain things.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
And so you allow people in your space that you're attracted to. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And the people that you're attracted to, when you noodle into this dating world, may not be what you need in your life to move you forward. Yeah. See, you may be attracted to his looks or her looks. Yeah. You may be attracted to, their style. Yeah. You may be attracted to the way they talk to you. Yeah. But their actions is all screwed up. Yeah. See, sometimes, and I'm just being honest. Yeah. You need to have your list, but you also need to have your compromising list of what you need to have, right?
That's good.
Things that you.
That's good. The list.
Yeah, you got the list.
I hear all these topics. I'm like, oh, we need to talk about that. Because, we have this list. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we need to put the list aside.
I think you need to have a compromise. I think you need to have an A list and a B list, which I call a compromising list, right? Because
that's good.
You're not going to always be able to get everything you want.
That's right.
And when you're over 50. Because can I say this?
That's wisdom.
When you're over 50,
that's wisdom.
You're not able to bring everything to the table that you once did.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So what you're looking for,
that's right,
it may be above your pay grade at your stage.
In other words, are you trying to say that what we want, we may not be able to get?
Yes.
Like if I want, I'm looking and I'm like, man, I like this 6-figure type guy over there, man. That's my type. But he may not be interested in you.
That woman may not be attracted to you, dude.
Yeah.
That man not be attracted to you.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So again, you got to have I'm not saying that you shoot yourself short.
Yeah.
But once you go out there and you start to shoot your shot and it doesn't work for you, you really need to start to hone in, okay, what is it that I'm looking for? And am I over? It's like right now.
Yeah.
Very easy way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to bench 405 or 400 pounds.
Yeah.
I can't move it.
Yeah.
It's above my pay grade.
What? The soldier can't move that?
No, I can move 350, but I can't move 400.
You can't move 400.
So if you're trying to, out bench your pay grade, it's not going to work.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's okay to understand that some things are out of your, especially you're older now.
Yeah.
Things begin to, gravity takes over, y'all. Okay?
Yeah. The shape is not as there.
The wrinkles come, the gray comes in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
some people may not be attracted to that.
Exactly. And you have to be okay with that.
That's right.
So that's why I say, when we talk about red flags, I think the first red flag I want to say before, as we transition to this topic of the keys, the first red flag is you. You're the first red flag.
Red flags in relationships.
Because
red flag is you.
Explain.
Explain.
Because when you first go back into the marketplace over 40 and 50 years old, like I said, you're going to bump your head, and you're going to waste somebody's time. Okay. You're going to waste somebody's. I can move back.
I'll move it. No worries. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm moving.
All right. You're going to waste somebody's time.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because you don't know what you want.
So what you're saying is give yourself a little time to figure out what you really want if you're re-entering the dating scene.
Most men and women want that first man or woman to be it. Right.
And that is so, but that's called a rebound relationship.
That's what a lot of people want, and it doesn't work out.
Right.
There are very few people, in my humble opinion, that has been divorced and find their mate right after they go into their first date.
I think I'd be a little leery of that, especially if I haven't given myself time to heal. And actually, I'm going to say I've known from past experience and have seen. I'm with you. That very rarely works out like that. I saw a video of a guy talking about, when a person a man or woman enters into a relationship right after they are either divorced or have broken up a relationship, as time goes on and as they heal and figure out what they want, which is what you're saying, they may find out they don't even like the person.
Or they don't like themselves because they chose that person. I keep saying the first red flag is you. Now I got another red flag that's a real big pet peeve of mine when y'all read it. I got another red flag.
They don't like themselves because they chose you.
Have you ever seen people that repeat it? They say, they repeat the same cycle. You fall into the same thing. Have you ever noticed? You say you're gonna get up early the next morning. You wind up, you never do.
You don't do it.
Right.
Wow.
That's what you do a lot of times in the dating world, right? Wow. You say what you're not going to do, but once you get out there, it's habitual. What you start to do, you start to allow yourself to fall right back into that same thing because you are longing for something, right, that you don't have, and whatever you're doing, guess what happens? You allow that boyfriend or that girlfriend to fill that void in that space because you're comfortable, right? And so we're comfortable with our habitual habits, even though some of them may be bad. That's a red flag. The other one, I want to move on from that. Another red flag. It's 3 words that get you in trouble every time for a red flag. When you're dating, especially over 50. And guys love to say this really quick, and y'all love to hear it said. Keisa, I love you.
What'd you say? Hate is a red flag or love?
No. I said, Keisa.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Those 3 words.
Okay, if we've been talking for a while, and all of a sudden, baby, I just got to tell you something.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of time, these moments we done spent together, and the days and times we're talking.
So special.
Honestly, baby, I don't even know. I know it may be too soon to say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. I love you. Yeah. I'm falling in love with you. Yeah. That melts these y'all women's hearts. Yeah. But let me tell y'all something. If a man says that too early, right? Yeah. He's lying. Okay. He lying.
Lies.
Right. But for me, when a woman says that to me too early, I'm finna break up with her, or I'm finna move. Right? Because I have a rule for myself, honestly.
What's your rule?
Is you don't know me well enough to love me right now. Yeah. How can you tell me you love what you see? Yeah. But you don't love me because you don't know me. Yeah. 1 month, 2 months, you don't get to know your life. Yeah. I don't get to know Stephanie. I don't get to know Michelle. I don't get to know Shaw. I don't get to know Tam. I don't get to know Lady J. In a couple of, I don't know you well enough to say, when you say those, see, I think we throw the words love around way too damn much. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I like you.
I like you, but I don't love you.
But see, I think it's uncouth.
Yeah.
To say I like you, that sounds too simple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think and I think it sounds more, spazzy, cool.
Yeah.
I love you. You know what I'm saying? That's a strong word, but I think we have allowed that word and we use it so freely and accept that.
Yeah.
When we say it as a man, it's something to say that sounds good. But the emotions and the vibrations that come from my mouth to that woman's heart, to her ears, it softens her.
Mm-hmm. And men, and what you're saying is men know this.
Yes.
Men know this.
Yes.
So if they're throwing it out there, they're not always throwing it out there because they really mean it. It's a mechanism to cause you to drop your
99.99% of men say that if they say they love you in the first 30 to 60 days, it's a lie. It's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why. There is no way in the hell that a guy just met you in your 50s, know you in 60 days or 30 days, that he can say, I love you.
That's
no,
real.
I love what I see about you. I love the way you make me feel. But he can't say he loves you because he don't know you.
Yeah.
Now, y'all can sit up here and argue with me and be, I don't care, but I'm telling y'all, there's no way you can sit here, and I've studied this for my own, studies. I've been with different women, okay? I've been around the world. Lisa Stanfield, I still ain't found my baby. I'm still looking for, okay? I have. But at the end of the day, I'm telling y'all, I have never fell in love with a woman or know anybody that fell in love with the woman. I fell in love with the love the way she makes me feel. I ain't talking about on a sexual level. I'm talking about being around her makes me feel a certain way, makes me want to do certain things. But am I in love with her? That takes time.
That takes time.
Because you can't go through emotions and good days and bad days in 60 days with somebody. Yeah. You don't know how y'all gonna handle it. She don't know how she's gonna handle you. Absolutely. You don't know if she's gonna be there for you and be your backbone. You can hope that she will. So for me, red flag, my huge red flag is do not say, don't. You love me. Mm-hmm. Those words will run, like I say, Forrest Gump, and I was running. Yeah. I'm gonna run. Yeah. I'm gonna get real quiet. Yeah. And can I ask you this question, please? Yeah. If you say those words to me.
Say it now?
Yes.
I love you.
What? And I don't feel that. Right? No. Think about what I just said. And I don't feel that. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. You're right. I thought you'd bust out laughing.
No, that's the awkward thing when someone says that and you don't feel that for them. Yeah. What, ladies and gentlemen, what are you supposed to say when that happens? But no, that's a lie. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say it. I lie.
But see,
so I would sit there.
Nephew said he would lie. See, that's what most people would do.
Love bombing. Tam said love comes over time.
Yeah, love bombing. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. Pouring all this love on you and affection. And that's why people end up disillusioned. So when they're professing this love and talking about the example he's using, it's that can't happen. No, they don't mean it when it happens that fast. You're keep going. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. But I'm just saying, when you say, Joe, I love you.
Yeah. well, the funny thing about it is, I think that you are very honest. Yeah. I think that there are other guys who, if I were to say I love you, he would say to me, well, I love you, or maybe he'd feel compelled to say that back again.
See, I think people are compelled, but can I say over 50? Can we just be honest with people? Because I'm still saying this here. When you say that to me, and I don't feel that, right?
You're gonna be quiet. In other words.
Yes, but I'm saying that's very awkward.
It is,
because like you just sit here, you said, Joe, I love you, and I'm like,
you didn't say anything. You kept drinking your coffee. Most men would not be willing to do that.
But because see, I don't want to lose you.
Most men are not willing to do that. I don't want to lose you, so I'm going to say it.
Right.
But can we normalize being honest? And that's what I think. You kind of got flack earlier for what you're saying about you being single and everything, or you not being in love with anybody or dating or whatever. Listen, I think that's honest. Can we normalize being honest?
No.
Can we normalize somebody being able to express themselves? It's not making a difference. It's not changing the guy.
They don't, y'all women say they want honesty until they get honesty.
Don't put me in that category.
No, but I'm saying some women say they want honesty. Now that's some women when I say this, okay, bro, and they out. right? But there are some women that even when men like myself give you honesty, right? You know what they'll say is they keep moving.
He don't mean that. Or I can change it.
I heard what you said, but you were doing your action showed different.
Yeah, you said
that one there kills me.
Oh, girl, he said he doesn't want a relationship, but
that was my first grade teacher, Miss Moore.
Go get her.
Go say hello to her. Just tell her.
Can you do?
I think her name is Miss Moore. Find out her name is Moore. And just tell her Joe like says hello.
Nephew's like, I don't want to get
I'm
up
sorry,
here.
but that's my first grade teacher walking by, man. I knew her.
But
just say Miss Moore. Miss Moore.
You're rooting for your nephew.
I think I just see my first grade teacher walk by.
He's thinking he sees his first grade teacher. Y'all, we have just this beautiful, and it has just been so wonderful for the 3 shows that we've done. We're looking across the city of Birmingham. We've had gorgeous weather, but you know, Joe, back on that.
You asked her right, do Tams. Tam said she don't use the word love unless she means it takes time for the connection.
Can we not normalize being honest?
Mm-hmm.
Can we not normalize taking our time? So on this thing about red flags, let's talk about other red flags.
Sure.
So you said your red flag is the person themselves not being ready.
I think that's the first red flag.
The first red flag
is
you not being ready and trying to force something is what I'm hearing you say. Trying to enter into something and you aren't ready. Yeah. That's a red flag. Yes. You are.
Yes.
Number 2, talk about red flags. You said
love.
Using the words "I love you" and knowing that you don't love. That's called love bombing. Have you ever? And if you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's part of the narcissistic playbook. It's a tool a narcissist will use, and not just a narcissist. Maybe others. Maybe we can say manipulators and all that kind of stuff too, who will use that tool to try to make your defenses go down, to try to.
That is my teacher. That is my teacher. That is my elementary Illiton school teacher, Miss Moore. How you doing? We are doing a show here, but Miss Moore, I gotta come give you a hug. This lady here made me a better person.
Oh my goodness! Can you get over there? He's gonna have to just get in front of the tape.
This is the last podcast.
You want to sit down? You want me to go the other way?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You want me to go the other way?
You want to sit down?
No, she don't want to. She's going to go do it. Can I show her on TV? Can I show her on TV? Can you at least speak to everybody and say, this is Joe's teacher right here. First grade teacher.
Yes. She taught me and my brother, Bernard Walker. She taught me. Wow. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She's the one who did that back when we could powder. Yeah, the powder back then. I talk too much. I used to talk too much.
Joe said he used to talk too much. Can you believe that?
This was very nice of you. I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I just want to say thank you for everything. That's all going to be okay.
I love it. I love it. Yo, that was so.
Yeah, we're on Facebook. Just go to my page. We're on Facebook right now live. Yeah.
Keisa and Joe or Keisa Sharp on Joe Lock.
Yes. She follows me on social media.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So go to get on my page. We live right now.
That's so cool. Oh,
thank you, Miss Moore. Thank you.
Thank you, nephew. Oh man, you just never know what happens.
That is
the coolest aspect.
Man, that is the coolest moment I've had in a long, long time.
Oh my goodness.
To tell a teacher to tell them thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Well,
see, I wasn't too bad.
Oh
see?
My goodness.
Yes, but that was my first grade teacher.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, someone said she looks great. I can't put the comment up there right now. I haven't heard those words in years. Can you help me?
What you trying to do?
Go up a little bit. It says come down, 1, 2, 1, 2, one more right there. Hit show. She said she looks great. So whoever it was, and Rachel said that's so sweet. And yeah, did you see that? Did you see her? And that was her daughter with her. And her daughter was gorgeous.
I wasn't gonna lie.
Her daughter beautiful too.
She's beautiful. She's pretty.
I thought she was on the gray.
Okay. So wait. We're trying to do a live. What I was about to say, if you want to go ahead and
no. I just said
me and nephew can continue on.
No, I just said no. What did I just say? I am joking. I am choking. I just said I am no good for no daughter. You think I'm gonna mess up with my first grade teacher's daughter?
No, don't do that. No, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. But
she'll call my mama.
That is so cool.
She'll call my mama on me.
Oh, that is so cool.
Man, that is listen. When I say listen,
how does that happen?
Like when I say God is good, thank you, God. Seriously, I'm gonna say thank you. That was a really special moment.
Oh
so,
man, that was so sweet.
And
that was so sweet.
You know, as dark as I am, I'm blushing, y'all.
Oh.
I am blushing, man. Look. Really?
Just had surgery. Like this morning. A day ago, she just had surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. So something to go eat. So Miss Moore just had surgery.
Right? I was like, do you know a guy named Joe Lockett? She was like, yeah, I know Joe.
Listen. I was making impressions on people back when I was in the first grade. Okay. And your first grade teacher remember you.
You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knew you were going to be famous back then.
You know, my 8th grade teacher told me, she said, this is my 8th grade teacher. So she put me and said, Little Lockett, because her last name was Lockett.
Yeah.
She said, Little Lockett, come here. She said, you're either going to be a hoe or you're going to be a really good man that's going to do some great things in life. Because I used to talk to a lot of girls, you know, when I was.
When you were in school?
When I was in school, right. My 8th grade teacher told me, she said, either you're going to be a hoe or no good guy. Yeah. And she said, or you're going to be you're going to do something really big because you have the potential. But she told me, she looked me in my face.
Wow.
You're blowing it because you're hanging around the wrong people.
Wow.
And you trying to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be a playboy like all the other people.
Course,
right? I was trying to be tough. And she was like, she told me, thank you, bye-bye. She said, you're not that person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Yeah.
Right? So it was my teachers, and this is what I would say, you know, teachers like that are not around anymore.
Yeah.
That teacher, like I said, she whooped me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, she put that paddle into my behind.
Yeah.
They could call it, there was a time, and I won't go too far off subject, but that was a time that you can, when you get in trouble, they would tell you come up there, hold your hand out, and they'll pop it on your hand. Or if you got a little more, they tell you put your hands on the desk, and they give you a couple of swacks behind in school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So those days are gone.
And I think when we lost those days, I think that's why things are so out of control now.
Yeah.
Because I would be, and apparently, what my computer or whatever this is agrees with me when I said that, because it gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I think we have lost something because the teachers, listen, I've been in those classrooms, and the teachers have a task in the public school system. Not all. It certainly depends on which school system. Okay, because I've been in some where the children are out of control, just real talk, and been in others where the children are polished. And they're learning things that adults learn, okay? So we are at the top of the hour. So I want to remind you that you are watching the Keisa and Joe morning show. I want to tell you that here's how you help us. I want to say thank you to those of you who tuned in, who have watched this morning, but you helped us, by liking and sharing our broadcast. That's what we're asking you to do in support. Even if you don't think that you're doing anything else.
Yes,
you want me to add something else?
And hit that subscribe button.
And hit the subscribe button. Thank you, nephew. Y'all help
and
me out.
And also next week, y'all, if
button.
y'all are able to, the first 5 people that come down, I'm going to buy coffee for you.
Buy a cup of coffee.
I will buy you this coffee. So if you're in town or if you're around, come down. We're going to buy you a cup of this butterscotch coffee that is really, really good.
Yeah, Filter Coffee Parlor. Here on the south side, man, overlooking all the activity that happens here on the south side.
And you may even see your teachers walk by like that.
Really?
Man,
really.
Like I said, I'm still blessing over here.
We can't. You can't pay for that.
That there is worth us doing this show for me.
Yeah.
That was a moment for me. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm like fanning out, y'all, but and I'm sorry I had to walk in the middle show, but this is our show. Y'all gonna see stuff like that. Those moments that's a priceless moment.
It's live TV.
And nephew, thank you for
thank you, nephew.
Thank you for
getting up and doing that.
Yeah.
You created that.
Yes. Cause we about to hear like, what? This ain't the person. He's sending me on a wild goose.
Yeah. That's why we love.
Because you saw my face. I was like,
that is my teacher.
Yeah, I was like, that's my teacher. That's my first grade teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And y'all listen, I want to make sure that we hear from you as well. So again, remember to hit that
Hey Stephanie, that's my sister. Love her.
Stephanie.
And I love her daughters.
Yes.
Beautiful daughters.
Oh, beautiful daughters. We
yes.
love them.
Brandy?
Michelle says in the last comment there, teachers are so special. I love, Michelle, they're so special, and it's so underrated in terms of what the teachers have to do and deal with, and they're never paid enough from a public school teacher standpoint. They're just not paid enough. And
I agree.
Y'all may not like me saying this, but it is disproportionately affecting, in some cases, brown-skinned children. Okay, because you go to some of these school districts and you see a lot of.
Well, most of the time, the schools that you're talking about that are all like that are our schools.
There are schools.
Right. When you go to the schools where we have integrated with the whites, right? It's a lot better. It's a lot calmer.
Different standard.
And here's the thing: I used to say when you go to the public schools that their facilities wasn't good. They got new schools built, right?
Yeah.
But the kids and the teachers are the same.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think the teachers some of them are way too young to be trying to teach these young kids because they can relate to them, but they can't guide them. In my humble opinion. Right. I think teachers should have an age range about 30 to 40. Yeah. I don't think a 20-year-old. That's my humble opinion. I know because he teaches first, but I think you need to be 30 or 40 years old to be a teacher. Yeah. Because if you're in your 20s, you can relate to them, but what are you going to teach them? You really don't know a whole lot about life themselves, so you can be more relatable than a figure of authority to me. Because my teachers, all our teachers were older.
Yeah, they were.
You know what I'm saying? When I grew up, my teachers at least in their 40s and 50s. When I grew up, you know what I'm saying? They were parents at that point in time.
Sure.
A lot of these teachers going into schools now are just fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
Fresh out of college. Fresh out of college, and
teachers.
So it's a little bit different, but we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Back to the red flags.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your red flags, Keisa?
So one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about it is a couple of days ago I shot a video because I'm thinking all the time as we get ready for this show, like, what do I need to do? What do we need to talk about? And I did a video and I said, what are some of the things that you kind of have as life lessons and all that kind of stuff that were red flags that you ignored? So two things I would say. Number one, I would say, I'm sorry, I'm distracted, y'all. Number one, I would say red flag.
Red flag if you're talking, if you have a date with me and you're distracted, that's a red flag. Go ahead.
Well, this doesn't count because this isn't this doesn't count because we're working right now.
Right.
But red flag number one, I would say, would be moving too fast.
Okay, explain moving too fast.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So when a guy, like you said, we have talked duly, and I totally agree with it. If a guy or a woman is trying to put the moves on you, we're in the 50 and Fabulous Club.
Right.
And y'all, we want to hear from you what your red flags are too. So come on, help us out, y'all. Comments. What are your red flags? Okay, it's not the gospel according to Keisa and Joe. We are opening the conversation for you to join in, and we want you to join in. Red flags. There's my friend DeMarcus. Hey, DeMarcus, yeah.
Keisa and Joe show. What's up, big dog?
DeMarcus, ticket.
You just never know who's gonna stop by the Keisa and Joe show.
He's giving you some dap too.
What's up, big dog?
He's one of our supporters. What's up, DeMarcus? How you doing? Man, this is a friend right here. So since you stopped by, come here, scoot down. I want you to speak to the great people, and I want you to tell them what's a red flag in a relationship. He's on the hot seat because he stepped in. We couldn't do it to Miss Moore. What's the red flag?
Too many questions.
People asking too many questions.
Red flag.
Red flag. If a woman asks you too many questions. Too many questions.
Too many too soon.
Too many too soon. He didn't even hear me, and I just said if you're moving too soon. Because if she asks you too many questions too soon, what does that say to you?
Trust problems.
She's got trust problems. Wow. You doing okay out in those dating streets?
Oh, you dating? Oh, you single too, bro? What's up, big dog?
It's called the hot seat. Yeah. So you're gonna get put on the hot seat. You doing okay in the dating streets? Am I putting you? Is your friend putting you on the spot too much? I'm sorry.
I love you.
The airwaves are already.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm made for it.
Yeah.
Well, grab a seat, man, because we could go. Hey, go grab a seat. Come on over here, bro.
Come on, if you have some time, D, come on. So we're gonna have a little conversation out here with our friend DeMarcus. You good? Okay, come on. Well, hey, he's good. Let's go. Okay, so we're talking red. We're talking. There you go. Yeah.
So
A little bit more.
Yeah.
And y'all may have to lean in with me or whatever.
I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Jesus, I think yours is actually pretty doggone good, actually.
But
Joe.
that one is wild. But this one here, I don't know if I'm gonna be. I just put this on you for y'all for a while.
You sure?
Yeah, I can turn back around.
Joe is right here, y'all.
Yeah.
But this is DeMarcus. Are you single? No.
He's single.
He's single. No, okay, another look. I've got somebody already commenting. So, DeMarcus, Joe and I were just talking about relationship red flags. Okay, and so I was just saying, Joe asked me, and you can chime in. However, he asked me, what do I think are relationship red flags? And one of the things that I talked about is you didn't even know this, but I was just saying it as you passed by. Moving too quickly for a woman. If a guy moves a little bit too quickly for me, that's going to make me a little bit nervous or make me think. And listen, y'all. I don't count myself to have all this attained. I'm just telling you what I've learned, and I'm telling you some of the things that maybe even I've called for. Oh, I see. He's single. Okay, he's handsome, and he smells good.
Either too many questions or not enough questions. Tam says she just agrees.
Oh.
Erica says, and ask the hard questions first.
Yeah.
He's single because he don't want to answer questions.
Oh Lord. That's not true. You don't know.
Erica, somebody says, right, how do you get to know someone if you don't ask questions? Bro, come on. Let's go ahead and break this on down to go, bro. They don't get this.
Just put mine on pause. Let's hear from D here. Okay.
So what I mean about too many questions are too many serious questions too soon.
I'm in agreement with that. I got you, nephew. Somebody's is going on. Oh, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
So I've been asked integrity questions.
Yeah.
Which are
speak up just a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
I've been asked certain questions are more towards the transition of marriage type question on the front end.
On the front end.
So it's real clear to see and state that a lot of people, women in particular, have been hurt or damaged or have been traumatized by some of us or choosing wrong.
Okay.
And guys like myself, we had to come back and try to help fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that leads to certain specific questions, certain specific. I have had people to try to pull up my whole name to go dig and all that. So it can get, and I know the root of it once again is damage. A lot of women are damaged.
Yeah.
This is so hot. This topic because it's real.
So you're saying what we're talking about, the dating and all that kind of stuff? He said
it's more raw to get somebody like me to come right off the street and confine into what you guys are doing. But it's a real life situation, and it's not just a Birmingham thing. I do a lot of travel. I'm a charter company, so I travel quite a bit. And it's a pattern across the waves with all of our women. Not just a Birmingham thing. I've seen it on in Atlanta. I've seen it up in New York. It's more aggressive. And the more further north or out west you go, the more aggressive the women are. Here we got quality women. Honestly, I must repent because I had ran off trying to gain something in other states, and you have some jewels here, and they just have to be cultivated properly. And so, even as a man, I use a term that they use in the streets called finesse.
Yeah. Called what now?
Finesse.
Finesse. What does that mean?
So, on my term, I use finesse to soften her. That's my term for finesse. Some women, they have become hardened. So I have to try to get in, doctorize the situation, and finesse her, meaning cause her to soften up, to ease up a little bit. Okay. A lot of women are very defensive. They think we are here to hurt them.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what I gained. Yeah. A man like me, I wish I had my clothes on for real. And they go, okay,
you're dressed nice already.
But I'm telling you.
Bro, you talking to Mo over here?
Yeah.
Bro, no, I'm glad. Hold on. I'm glad. You see, I'm sitting back sitting in my car with my pinky out, right? No, bro. What I be saying, they be going in. I'm be like, no, bro. Keep talking. I love what you're saying, big dog.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of women. And I must say, even in I used to be married. Even in my present marriage, I'll say it live because I'm that kind of man. I'll be transparent. I believe some moves I made, I won't say that was too premature, but for the kind of woman I had when I was married, it didn't fit. It didn't fit. And that's another thing. Sometimes you got to know who fits. Women, you know what I'm saying? Give that man time to find out if he's a fit. And if you would fit, I'm all about the questions. I think questions are good. I can handle it. I mean, they can ask questions now. I can handle them, but I know for sure we've been damaged, and we haven't been transparent ourselves about being damaged, and then we have been transparent with ourselves about being traumatized.
Mm-hmm. So what did I? Are you saying the women being transparent? Or are you saying the men?
Both.
Both. What did we talk? Because we're always thinking about show ideas. We're always talking. We don't just come here and sit and have these conversations when we sit down. We're talking. We're planning. We'll go and have a planning meeting right after this, and go and have lunch. And we're talking. How do we move this concept forward? What do we do? Because we're giving people the platform to talk. Joe and I just talked about trauma. I said, Joe, we need to have a conversation about trauma and what that looks like from a man's perspective and a woman's perspective, okay? So that's another red flag. When you see, in my opinion, the trauma. And I'm going to step up and I'm going to defend you on what you said in terms of too many questions up front. We talk about that all the time, too. We say, instead of y'all trying to marry the guy in the first 60 days, why don't you just get to know him? Why don't you step back and take the role of being his friend? So I don't think he's saying don't ask me questions. Tell me if I'm wrong. He's not saying that. But if you're interrogating the man, hey, where do you work? Hey, what you got going on? Hey, how do you do this? What's your plan for 10 years out, for 5 years out? Get to know him and even see if you want to even know all of that information at first. So I think that's what he's trying to say first and foremost. So again, too many questions too quick. Number one, number two, trauma and all that kind of stuff. I think trauma is a red flag. Okay, I think trauma. Is he hurt? Is he hurt? Is he projecting that trauma?
Right there?
Come on, let's go.
When you're entering into a relationship, or you sit down talking with somebody, you're dating or collecting data, what we used to call it from the you're both hurt. You're both bringing hurt to the table. You both just left something 9 times out of 10. And I think a lot of times we don't know how to have that conversation without being intrusive, because we don't want to be hurt or made a fool of again, and we want to move on with life.
From a man's perspective, or people.
I think from a people, but I can speak from a man perspective, because, like you said, we do have to finesse. The woman have to finesse. Mm-hmm. The intentions of the man, the intentions of the woman, nobody truly knows in that first time you meet. Okay. Right now, let's just be real, Reggie.
That's not Reggie, it's Marcus.
I mean, Marcus. Y'all think about Reggie on here. Okay, but Marcus. But let's be real. Most time as men, we're single. First thing we think about is she finally be on smash, or she smash a ball. That's the first thing on our mind. Period. Ain't no, trying to get married to you, whatever. And then as you get to talk to her, I'm like, tell me this. Tell me if I'm wrong. At some point in the 30 or 60 days, she got potential, right? Mm-hmm. And then we start to move according to that. Depends on what we got on our bench, or depends on what else we got going on. If nothing else is popping, she gets all the attention. But she's still a piece. She's still a potential. If something pops up in that first 30 to 60 or 90 days, right, she may go to the bench. And the other one becomes a potential, because guess what? We still don't know how we feel about you. But even though we didn't finesse her, now we done kind of left her out there on the limbo.
What's this? Y'all, let me make sure.
Did you follow along with what I said, no, bro?
Y'all, wait a minute, ladies. Let me jump in. Did you just see that guy thing? Let me jump in.
I just met Reggie today, though. I have never seen him do a day into my life. I mean, DeMarcus. Okay, D. I just met him today.
Okay, so, look. So Reggie said, "Are you scared of me, bro?"
No, I've been calling your damn name so much on the show, bro. I'm tired of you. But this is DeMarcus, bro. Ain't nobody scared of you, Reggie.
Reggie is a long time friend. Yeah, Reggie, we love you, Reggie. Come on down. Yeah, if you get a chance, come on down, Reggie. Bring your family.
And his name is DeMarcus, y'all.
And it's DeMarcus. It's okay. DeMarcus is all good. Tammy. He said, "Can you get a picture of us?" Reggie said, "You scared of me, bro?" Tammy says, "I'm not going to be on the bench." I said that at the event. Hey Tammy, you're right. I'm with you, Tammy. I'm not a bench woman. Right. Okay, we're gonna be front street or else, or we're gonna move.
Okay, so let me
wait. Hold on. Tammy says that one of the red flags for her is inconsistency. Michelle says, "I've been looking at a lot of murder mysteries. A red flag is trying to find out where you live too early on." I totally agree with that. So thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you so much, Tammy, for your comments. And Reggie, thank you. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree, ladies. Good comments.
Don't bring nobody to your house.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Especially these older women.
Thank you.
Don't bring them to your house.
Why don't bring the older women to your house? What do the older women do?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. This is a place. This is right.
Okay,
this is a place for mature conversation.
Men,
What do they do?
I don't know what men do, but I know women, right?
Okay.
Once you get with them and if you didn't smash and y'all not talking, right? Then had a nice time with them behind closed doors.
Oh, had a nice time behind closed doors.
How do you want to translate that or articulate that now? What do you want to call it? Love making? Because I ain't making love to you in the first 30
You can't be love making in the first 60 days. No, that doesn't
if I hit you in the first day, it ain't no love making. I'm just being
right.
It
Okay.
ain't no love there for real.
Okay, carry on. What's wrong?
Oh, okay, well, you actually stop my diatribe there now. So the women that's over 50, and they fall for this, they fall hard, right?
Yeah.
And if you start to go somewhere, they know where you live. Some women, not all.
They'll come find your tail.
Yes.
Come find you.
And
you gonna show me a good time to get my heart?
They come knock on your door,
yes,
right?
Yes, get it.
Why you not answering my text messages?
Yes.
Yes. Men, don't take money from women, right? Don't take no money from women. Don't take no gifts from women, right? Let it be platonic. Everything, you know what I'm saying? You pay, and then, like I said, whatever y'all paying for stuff, but do not start taking gifts from women. Do not, right? If y'all in a relationship, right? And don't give gifts up front.
That's good. And that's why I had to correct that video in which I said go shopping with Joe. Take Joe shopping. Joe said, no. They're not taking me shopping. They can come shopping with me. I'll buy my own clothes because if you imply that. So I'm actually going to do a response to that video. So Reggie, I think you have a counsel gift on you because Reggie says, listen, are they red flags or people responding to past trauma? Okay, Reggie, I don't know if you have been, he said he thinks his fault. So I don't know if Reggie's been kind of in and out, but this is the third time the word trauma has come up in our conversation as it relates to dating. He mentioned it. He mentioned it earlier. I love how this thing just randomly. Wait a minute, you were on my side 1 minute. Now you're giving me a thumbs down. I mean, give me a break. But this is the third time that this has come up, and I don't know what we can or will do with it. But I think we need to have something about trauma because what it tells me is we're walking around. What it tells me is we're walking around. We have issues, and we're not healing from our issues. So what we're doing is we're putting our issues off on other people. It really disturbs me, and I'm gonna shut up in a second and let you and DeMarcus go. It disturbs me in my community because I think that we are hurt, and I think we're hurting each other. Yes. And I don't think we're investing in what we need to do to get past our issues. Because at the end of the day, y'all, if you go and talk to a counselor, if you go and talk to a therapist, nobody knows that nobody has to know that you're doing that. That you're going to get your healing and getting yourself together. That's a personal thing between you and that person. Nobody's watching you to see if you're going into such and such counselor's office. And they have it so slick now with technology. You don't even have to go anywhere. You do it from the privacy and comfort of your own home. So we have our trauma and we're triggering trauma and we're hurt and I'm looking at you and I'm gonna just say this and I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm so happy for you stopping by here today because of our trauma. I'm gonna say it because again, this is not newscaster Keisa. This is sister girl Keisa. By the way, like and share the broadcast. That's how you help us and support us. Okay. Like and share our broadcast and what else, and subscribe as well. So because of our trauma, to some people, this looks unusual. Joe and I cannot be two professionals who are putting our platforms together to come and talk business about an issue that is devastating our community because it has to be something. We got to be being slick about something. We got to be doing something other than being two professional people. You don't question Kelly of who was on the show for years with Regis Philbin. Yeah. You don't question Katie Curry when she's on the show for years with Matt Loud. You don't question those sorts of things, but because we're two brown-skinned people, we can't. And I've known him. He predates even my first marriage. I've known Joe even before my first marriage.
And you knew me when I was married.
And I knew him when he was.
But there are people right now that want to take pictures to see us smiling together. There are people who come to me right now and they will sweat me down.
We got something. We got something going. We got something.
And
that's a trauma response. That's a trauma response.
Yeah.
And number one, number two is insecurity. Because I can't deal with this black man. I can't deal with you. They'll see me talking And I told Joe, I said, Joe, I said, game on. I said, because I have lots of male friends, and I'm not gonna sit here, and I'm not gonna allow other people to hinder me from what I need to do as a woman. I'm a woman of it. I can't believe I'm getting on this, but I got your attention.
I want to ask this question here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want the people to ask this question. I want
Absolutely.
the audience to ask, not you, but not the Marcus. Why is it that when two attractive people are hanging out together or doing business together?
Preach, brother.
I want to know this seriously. Y'all help me answer this. Y'all answer this question if y'all follow me, sir. Why is it when y'all see an attractive man and an attractive woman hanging out together often? Why do we got to be smashing?
Why do we have to be smashing?
Why come we can't be doing business? I mean, I'm just being sick because it does frustrate me sometimes. Like, I'm working with this woman. We're trying to accomplish and build something really huge here. And you have to deal with, are we doing it? Number one, it's a damn business. Okay, what I'm doing. That's number one. Okay, but since some people are in the business or asking, let me go ahead and tell y'all. Just because you see people doing something, right, doesn't mean what you want it to mean. You know what I mean?
I can't agree more. I'm just shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head.
Yes,
by the way, Reggie says he's been a therapist since 2011,
okay,
so he is a therapist.
But nephew want to give a perspective. What?
Come on, nephew.
Well, I mean, I get the question of why would we be doing that, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know y'all intentions.
Right.
But what's normal for most people, and it may be trauma, but it may not be. But a lot of folks know that you don't get ahead in too many places without something being off. And a lot of folks will see two attractive people together and be like, why wouldn't the two attractive people know that not only that they're attractive, but each other are, and entertain it? Not saying that you would, and not saying that everybody that's attractive would do it. It's all perspective at this point.
Right.
But if you're viewed as somebody that most, or if not the masses, consider attractive.
Okay.
And we know what most folks that are attractive in the industry do in order to get ahead or to get further in it. Yeah, most of you smash.
But here's the thing I say to this, right? When you're busy like I am, I don't have time to even let that thought cross my mind if I see people.
Of course. But
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So the people that are saying it or even assuming some stuff, right? You don't have nothing to do. Happy people, successful people, busy people are not in other people's business. Right. Let me say that again. Happy people, successful people, business people are not in other people's business. It's all you other MFs out there, and I said what I said, right, that have nothing to do, right? And not just for us, but anybody that's saying something about you, you don't have nothing to do. You're not happy or you're miserable in your life and you're not busy or you have nothing else going on, and now you're trying to stir up something. Because happy people don't do that.
Yeah.
Successful people damn sure don't do it, right? And busy people don't have the time, right?
That's good. And I also say it goes back to you saying that you are the red flag, because a lot of times we accuse people of what we're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
So if I think that you have something going, I'm really not judging you. It's a mechanism called projection. Y'all know I'm in this life coaching space, so I see some of these things, and we're projecting because I know. So what happens is it ties into the insecurity. It ties into a tool known as projection. Because in my mind, I don't have the self-discipline, and really not mine, but in my experience, I don't have the self-discipline to deal with this person of the opposite sex in a disciplined way, in an integrity. I know what I would do. Mm-hmm. So because I know what I would do, because I know I would be slick, or I know I would throw in a little something or just kind of hang back and try to do. So I'm assuming that that's exactly what you are going. Nephew is shaking his head. I'm assuming that that's what you're going to do as well, whether you're doing it or not. Mm-hmm. Again, the personal red flag.
But here's the thing, sis.
Yo.
Yo. At this stage in my life, right?
Yes, you say we are wide open dick.
At the age of, if you're over 50, you in the 50 fabulous club, right?
Yeah.
That comes a time that we have to get over ourselves and understand that we do understand business and pleasure don't mix. Yeah. Right? You're not going to get to the top sleeping with your partner. Okay? Now, you can sleep your way to the top.
No, you are not.
Let me say this. You can sleep your way to the top because the top is there.
Important
and that person
distinction.
opened a position. That person opened a position for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can sleep your way to the top.
Important
that is possible. But you don't sleep your way to the top when y'all both at the same level.
That's good.
Let me just say that we're both right here.
That's good.
What is this doing? And this was the friendship that we've had for over maybe
a decade.
A decade
years,
at
least.
I would not dare begin to even think about tainting the friendship for a one night stand. That's all it was. Because I love her, I like her, but I have never looked at her in that form of fashion. There's some women that can be beautiful. That I got friends. Thank you, I love y'all. It really doesn't mean but I want,
just to be clear.
No, but just to be clear, I got some beautiful lady friends. But I'm gonna say 99.9% of my beautiful lady friends I have not touched.
Yeah.
We've been in compromising positions where it could have happened. We've been out on things where it could, people think it could go their way. But because of who we were and how I see them, some of us have had the conversation. No, we're not gonna do that. Because again, at this stage in my life, I want people to understand for real. At this stage in my life, your friendship is more important to me than bedroom action. I can get that anywhere. Let me just go ahead and say this.
Preach right there.
I'm not the best looking dude out there, but I can get that anywhere. But I can't get this friendship.
That's
anywhere.
Good.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lose that
for a
one night stand.
For a minute.
When I could have went out there and called old girl up. You know what I'm saying?
He got
just because of my
options.
ego. Just because of my ego and it got in the way. And I'm finna see can I smash. I'm finna smash a friendship. I'm not smashing. I'm finna smash a friendship and run.
Kill a friendship.
Yeah,
and kill a friendship.
I'm finna
for a few seconds.
But I'm not. I'm more than a few seconds. But okay.
Not true. No, you said it.
I'm more than a few seconds.
No. Go back. No. Go back.
I'm a couple minutes.
Not true. This exists even in the upper echelons of society. What about Beyonce and Jay-Z? Well, Beyonce and Jay-Z are different too. They made a decision to marry, but Beyonce didn't come up off of Jay-Z. They made a decision to marry at that level. And then listen, there's no one size fits all. You understand? We can't. Okay, they made a decision after being at the top of their game. Hey, I like you, you like me, and then we don't know what their past entails. But we ain't Jay-Z and Beyonce. We're Keisa and Joe, and we're handling some business together. So that is an unfair comparison, I think.
They said it happens in the upper echelon of society.
It happens everywhere. And they marry or do whatever.
But you did mention something important. You got options.
Everybody has options.
Everybody may not know their options. And a lot of folks who think that if I'm getting close enough to this person, even though they're a friend, I don't know what my options is with anybody that's not.
Okay.
And so why would I try
your
to
homeboy
go with somebody I don't know?
Yeah.
But see, this is what I was
saying.
Okay, now I agree with you. But DeMarcus, let me say this to you, right, bro? What do you think of this here? And Keisa.
Yeah.
And everybody out here, y'all come in, y'all let me know what y'all thinking, right?
Yeah.
If the man, especially I'm gonna speak from a man point of view, then you can tell me what the women think this. If a man goes in and that happens, we already had that on our mind.
Sure.
And we was just waiting for the banana. She was one banana peel from slipping, and we was waiting for whether 5 years or 10 years. Absolutely. We always wanted to smash.
Absolutely.
That's a difference, right? When you got we've had friends, we have friends, right? That if she slip, I'm gonna slide. Period. But if you don't have that for that woman and you got the respect, like I said, I'm 53 now. Yeah. I'm not 40, I'm not 30.
Yeah.
That was a time, if the wind blew and she was looking in the right direction, I'm trying to come at you. Or I'm trying to set myself in position. Yeah. Right?
To be there, to wait for her.
And wait for it to come.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. Because like I said, now my value system is different. I value friendship over pennies.
Imagine that.
And that's just me being mature. And I'm not trying to get no likes. I'm not trying to get more women. I'm just being honest. Right? I'm saying I want friends. When I'm old, I want to be able to sit down with my friends that are gonna be beautiful. Yeah. And we can have coffee together. Yeah. We can talk about the good times, right? Yeah. Without the awkward. Yeah. That's more valuable to me. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. In my life, real talk, I can't. DeMarcus, you probably the same damn way, bro. I can't remember all the women I smashed. Yeah. Names, who they were, what they meant to me. But I can remember every friend I ever had.
So I heard a couple of things that he says when a man matures, his value system changes too. Do you find that with you?
Oh, exactly. Your perspective change. How you view things, how you see things. I was in the club realm for a while, known and unknown. Some people knew, some people didn't. For like over 17 years, right across the street. Yeah. Literally, I'm sitting down. Yeah. And looking over there, listening to this conversation, I'm remembering times I was in high position to have some of the best of the best.
Yes, of the women.
And I would always turn my head, but I always had young gentlemen watching. So I wouldn't compromise. I got too many eyes looking at me. I got too many. So they will always question something to this degree.
Right.
Man, did you see that? And I'm like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
It's like, man, what's I said, well, they said the fellas will ask me, why is these women so attractive? I said, because I'm focused. I said, real women, a real woman is attracted to a man who's focused, who they can even see focus.
Yeah.
What you're doing, they get that every day.
Yes.
What I did, they rarely get it.
Yeah. You position yourself.
Position yourself.
Come on, bro.
And let me go back to this. Let me go back to this example about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce are grown, and listen. Why do we have this mentality of one size fits all? Okay, but Jay-Z and Beyonce, they got together and both of them were at the top of their game, so it wouldn't be surprising. There is no one size fits all. That's their specific situation. That's pertaining and germane to only them in that situation. You understand? But there is no way that you can look around and tell me that there are not people who have been professional, who are handling their business, and who move on. I look at it, and I told you, and I make a lot of jokes about this, but Lamont Rucker is one of my favorite actors, who's now married and happily married and has a child and all that stuff. And Lamont had in his friendships, he developed friendships with a lot of beautiful women. Well, he's married to a beautiful woman, but what he did. I kind of lost my thought. But what he did was he brought his wife around. That's what I was trying to say. He had all these professional relationships with these beautiful women, these beautiful actresses. But what he did, he said it on the show. I had these relationships with these women, but when the time came, and he knew her for like 5 to 7 years, when the time came, he introduced the wife to all the other beautiful women and the beautiful friends, because it's like, this is a game changer right now. This is who I'm with. This is my future. This is my legacy. And because apparently I didn't screw around with those friends, no matter, regardless of their position, I'm bringing you into the fold now to say, this is my girl, this is my friend. I've been friends with her for a while. So again, to put us in a one size fits all, or to act like as Black people, we can't contain or control ourselves, or we're running game. Why don't we normalize friendship? Why don't we normalize professionalism and not game, and not whoredom, and not whatever all this other stuff is? Why can't we normalize that? Okay. And if we don't, even if it weren't normal, it's going to be normal in my life. And I'm going to go Bible on both of you. Here's what the Bible says. Really, it's not, it just, we didn't plan to talk about this. This just kind of came up in our conversation of red flags. The Bible says that the integrity of the upright shall preserve them. So it comes a point where Joe doesn't have to prove anything. I don't have to prove anything. DeMarcus doesn't have to prove anything. You out there in social media land, you don't have to prove anything. You keep doing what you do. You keep walking in integrity. You keep doing the right thing. And what happens is God himself will create a platform for you. He's going to set you in some places. He's going to open up some doors for you. So at the end of the day, you don't have to, because again, remember what I said as a coach, I see it in this space. You see it with people with all sorts of issues. They start transferring their issues. They transfer their trauma on you. Well, you can't be that way. You can't really love me like that because you've got to have an issue. No, the issue is you. Because why? Because you're the first red flag that you need to be checking out and observing. So when you have integrity, God himself, I believe, will stand beside you, will justify you, will open the door. And for those of you who have a question, we're inviting y'all to come down and hang out in our world. Come on down here and hang out and see what you got. See what you got going here.
Before we get out here, Mark, you want to say something?
I was just telling
you. Okay, I want to say one thing actually just before we get out of here, Marcus. Since you've been in the dating
come on, DeMarcus.
And being out there, what is it that you see from women that you wish they would do better in the dating space? Because you're a man. I'm gonna say, are you looking for a wife, or you just dating right now?
I desire to be remarried. Due to what I know what my assignment is, like what I'm doing for a living, it's more fitting for me to have a wife than just to have a girlfriend.
Okay.
Now I'm with dating,
right? To
transition to phases that leads to that. But
so what are you running into that's stopping that so far?
Basically, like I said, trauma. A lot of trauma. Really,
When you say trauma, the woman, when the women come into, because I want to simplify this for people.
Sure.
Because women think that a lot of times we are the problem, but women don't realize sometimes that they are the problem. They're chasing off a good man. You just said you're looking for marriage,
Right.
but you can't find something. Right. So break it down in beavis and butthead terms.
Sure.
What that looks like.
Well, a lot of times, like you just stated and said, a lot of times the women don't see themselves as having a problem, or the problem, or having a problem. I've seen that. That's just like across the board a lot. A lot of times it's more like therapy. Relationships now are more therapeutic. Yeah, the women, you got to kind of help them. You got to have to be the healer. Honestly, you don't have to have the word of God. And the other way around. I mean, me going into it, me being a man of God, and I on the rim of the dating scene, you really gonna have to have it and really be able to discern if this is it, just on the front end.
Right.
So hopefully that's kind of breaking it from a layman terms perspective, but it may dig deeper.
And you said no matter where you go, you said it's not just in Birmingham, but you're just seeing it all over. And I'm gonna speak up for the ladies and say sometimes, ladies, we are the issue. Wait a minute. Now Joe's audience is pretty tough. Maybe he needs therapy to learn to be patient. But your audience is tough. Bye. That's speaking to Joe's teacher. But your audience is tough because I don't, you're to come on here and speak your truth. Now my audience apparently is more compassionate.
my audience so.
Ooh, y'all don't fight, but we love it though. This is a platform for you to do it, and you have to kind of tell. Y'all can get on me too. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. But I will say, ladies, there are times that we do need healing, and we can't always say, "Why can't I find a good man? What's wrong with them?" There are times we need to go and sit ourselves down for a season, and find out what our issues are, and not transfer some of those issues off on men. Okay, let me give you some red flags. The tone, how we talk to them. Let me give you another red flag as it relates to relationships. The arrogance of I make my own money. This third thing, this independent spirit. I don't need a man. I make my own money. I don't need a man. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Super big turn off is what my nephew said. When we have that attitude, I don't need a man. And let me go ahead and just say this because I can say this as a woman. Okay, you ready? When y'all ready for me to hit it, say 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Sometimes that is not only it's a fear response, but then you're lying. You're flat out lying. Oh, I don't need a man. Yes, you do. And when I say need, I don't mean need as in I gotta have him or I can't make it. Nah, your inside wants one, but you're just afraid. God really didn't create us to be alone. So you lie, because you know why? I used to say that, and I can't say once I said I don't need a man, but really inside you like, oh, Lord, I sure would like one. But your trauma response and your fear response says, I don't want him to think blah blah blah. It's arrogance. It's your arrogance. It's ego. And here's the deal. At the end of the day, I always go into this encouraging mode. Keisa's not going to be for everyone, but Keisa is for someone. We, individually, you are not for everyone, but you are for someone. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you this as long as I have this platform to be able to say it. I don't care what the statistics say. When you do the work on yourself and you become whole and you become healed, you automatically graduate yourself to the top of the class. You automatically move yourself to the front of the line naturally by doing the work, because 90% of people are going to do it. So here's what I'm going to challenge you with, ladies. Not just to be saying, oh, I need a man, or lying on the other spectrum. I don't want a man. I don't need a man, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you may not need him, but it would be nice. I don't need a man, but I'm very honest about wanting a healthy and loving relationship. I didn't mean to spit on you, but wanting a healthy and loving relationship. So it's not about that. But again, I'm going to encourage you and I'm going to challenge you in the same voice. Do the work on you. Because when you do the work, you don't have to worry about finding him, honey. The spotlight goes on you. Man, the fact that I can look at a guy and speak to him. The fact that I can look at a guy and have a conversation or compliment. Oh man, you look real nice today. So nice to meet you. Have a great day. Like what? Like okay, let me find out a little bit more about her. You understand? To give him a compliment or to just to be approachable. Do the work. The rest will follow. heal your issues, you move yourself to the front of the line. Reggie, Mr. Parker had a question for us a long time ago. Sure. Reggie said he's calling in about something. I don't know what he's calling in about. There's no telling what we've done to take him off today. He had a question about something. Oh God, I have to go back. When you make a list of what you want in a person, do you mirror that in yourself? Oh, that's a great question, Reggie. That's a great question. Guys, do you want to answer it? When you make, because ladies, we're all about the lists. Okay, we're all about, okay, he's got to have this, he's got to have that. So I don't know that this is what I would take a stab at and say early on. I don't know that you have to have the absolute same thing, because if that's the case in relationships, normally the way I see it working is when a person is strong and has certain strengths, you may be weak in that area, or you may not be as strong in that area. So the beautiful part about relationships is your partner may have some strengths that you don't. You used a word earlier, man, grace. Whew. We give each other a little bit more grace. And even if that person isn't perfect, are they willing to work with you? Are they willing to even because by default, I'm not coming to a relationship with everything healed and whole and sewn up. I'm coming to the relationship with some deficiencies, but the question is, am I willing to work on those deficiencies for you and I to move forward?
I will go out and I venture to say this here. And I've said this many times, and I know it's not popular by the man. To be in a relationship, I think that's going to last. When I meet you, whether it's on Tinder, Facebook, or any app, or in the street, or in the store, wherever I meet you at, right? We have to take time to get to know each other.
I agree.
You cannot put a direction on where this is going to go in conversation or what you want to do, because you don't know. So I'm going to say, and I'm going to stand on this, it's just me. Everybody do what they want to do. It's your journey. When you meet somebody for the first time, and y'all talk, and he hit on you or she holler at you, become their friend.
Yeah.
And at some point, y'all can see where the friendship goes. I think sometimes when we holler at a woman or she holler at us, you're automatically looking to be girlfriend and boyfriend or in a relationship. And I think when you're saying ship, you need to think about friendship, then relationship,
that's right,
then marriage.
That's right.
I think you become in a relationship before you become friends. And that's why a lot of times that the relationship never worked. Because once you find out who the relationship was, the person that it was, that's not the person that you like.
That's right.
And I know that sounds crazy. At 53 or 50, you don't have time for that, but you don't have to have time for it. Time is going to tell the truth, and you're going to be wound up. Y'all going to break up anyway.
That's absolutely right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's absolutely right.
Regardless of how y'all want to go out there and play the game, I've learned from my personal experience. I'm being honest. Stop trying to make a relationship in the beginning. Stop trying to find out somebody's intentions and trying to make everything fit into a nice little square. If it worked for you, fine. But I'm just saying, for us, we don't have a lot of time, but the time I have, I want to make sure I'm dictated in the right way. Which means when I first meet you, we're friends. I'm not calling your ass every day. I'm not texting you every day. We're friends. Let's gradually get to know each other, right? When you first get into that first week or 2 weeks, the first thing you want to do is text every day, call every day. How you doing? Where you at?
Feel good.
That's relationship stuff with a person that you don't even know who he or she is, right? I'm just being honest. And so we get into this pattern as human beings, men and women, right? It's the endorphins that you see the text message or you hear their voice, right? That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
I want to get to know you, but you can't get to know me in these quick few moments, and I'm on high on life, and I love everything about you. I'm putting my best foot forward. Yeah. Then we do what we do. Then all of a sudden, for the man, it becomes you're not a superhero anymore. That's it to you, or she does the same thing to you. That's it, right?
Yes.
And now it's a problem because you didn't get to know them. At the end of the day, your
audience is agreeing with you and say, I agree. And so say it again for the people in the back. Healing is not linear. Well said, Joe.
Well, I mean, I totally agree. I just think, like I said, I don't think, don't just try to, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to do y'all grown.
Right.
Up to 50, but I just think we put too much emphasis on relationships in the beginning. I need to get to know you. I need to know everything. I need to go to your Facebook. Excuse my French, but no.
Right.
No, can we get to know each other? Even if you don't have a bench with nobody on it, you ain't got nobody text you in the morning, still, let's talk when we talk.
Let's normalize just getting to know someone. Let's normalize speaking. Hey, how you doing?
Because too much up front leaves nothing at the end. Can I say that again? Too much up front leaves nothing at the end, bruh.
Man, I tell you everything. When I get into things, I let them talk. I let the woman talk. Yeah. She's gonna tell me.
What have I not said this? How many times have I said this on the show? Women, y'all would tell us exactly how to play you.
Yep.
You give us the playbook right up front, or whatever that guy did.
Yep.
I am not going to do that. I'm going to show you my best Denzel Washington that you need to be. And I may have been the other guy, but I'm not going to make the same mistakes he made.
Yeah. So I want to acknowledge some of my folks on here because I know the time is well spent. LaShawn, she says, you and Joe Lockett, y'all are awesome and very much professional. Thank you so much. Michelle says, miserable people love to stir up trouble. Thank you, because your arms are longer than mine. Tammy, be happy for people's success. If they aren't, they're just jealous. Come on now. Rachel says, normalize the word for 2024. Let's normalize slowing down. Let's normalize that. Okay. Thank you. Being jealous because of someone's success is crazy. I've been in that situation with my dad and I own several businesses. Be happy for people's success, period. Reggie already said he's calling in. Something you said that stirred him up and said that he's going to be called. He's calling in. Rachel. Yeah, he said that right after her comment. I'm sorry. Up there at the top. Go up a little bit more. He said he's calling in. Something we said that hit a nerve with him. Okay. Rachel, I've heard it so many times. What in the Bible verse does that refer to? Tell me which one you're talking about. I will tell you. Neurobiologically. Listen at this. Look, okay, that's good right there, Reggie. Neurobiologically, we are built for connection. Yes, sir. We were created. Now, some people may say, I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. If that's you, that's fine. But here's the deal. I do believe that we are created for connection.
We're about to finish. Let me get some water.
Water would be great. Thank you. Hey, this is the owner of Filthy Coffee Parlor, so you'll see him and his crew down here working hard for you. Best coffee in the business.
Best coffee in the business.
Filter Coffee Parlor.
I ain't never had butterscotch and salt in the coffee at the same time.
And they make it here.
When I say that, it's just good.
It's good.
I didn't drink no coffee because I was waiting to come here.
Yeah, okay, right.
I don't drink my morning coffee now.
Okay, right. We get our coffee when we come here. Y'all are giving some good comments. So neurobiologically, we are built for connection. I just think that's so good. Exactly work with you. Like you have said, do your work as well. Exactly work with you. Like you have said, do your work with you. Good job, Reggie says. Okay, we'll take it, Reggie. Good job. Tammy, that's fine, but you have to talk to the other person at least. That's fine, Tammy says, but you have to talk to the other person at least once a week. LaShawn said, good teaching, Joe. Stephanie, hi, gorgeous. Hello, Coach Keisa. Hey, Omar. There's someone for everyone. Absolutely. Y'all are chiming in. I love it. Let's normalize. Come on. Keisa. That's my guy. Keisa. Kenny Silas. He says, let's normalize having good times on dates and not making it a job interview. Business talk all the time. Bores me. Keisa, you got nephew in the back going, yep. Let's normalize. Let's having a good time and just talking, which is exactly what you said. Okay. Rachel said, where is that in the Bible? Rachel, help me out. What did I say? There's no telling what comes out, what's going to come out in the moment with me. But the word for the day is let's slow down. Let's normalize getting to know each other and not expecting this guy or gal to blow up your phone or to text you just to make you feel good. Let's get to know one another. And you said something that was so good. Gracias, mi amigo. Gracias, mi amigo. You said something that was so good in terms of just being friends and just wanting to get to know that person. So that's my goal. I'm so glad you all have chimed in. Keisa said something else too. He said, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Rachel, Keisa, I would like to know where in the Bible says that if someone is someone out there for everyone. Oh, that's not the Bible. That's Keisa. No. Let me be very clear, Miss Rachel, on that. The Bible does not say that, but I will tell you this. If you are standing and believing for a husband, the Bible says, and I did this in order to be married. The Bible says that in 1 Corinthians 7:2, the Bible says, let every man have his own wife and let every woman have her own husband. So if you're wanting a husband, if you're wanting a wife, okay, you can stand on that scripture. I believe and trust God to answer that. And that's for those of you who believe in the Bible and who want to walk according to the Bible. I made a general statement about there's someone out there for everyone. That's Keisa's general statement, if that makes sense. That's just what I believe, and that's what my experience
I'm
in
hungry,
50
sis.
years. You're hungry? I'm talking too much? Okay. Joe is ready to get off. That's just what Keisa believes from personal experience. I'm trying to help the good people. You mentioned something about God with that. Okay. I may have mentioned that incorrectly then, Rachel, so don't hold me to that. I may have mentioned that incorrectly. Omar.
Are you at the coffee shop?
Are you at the coffee shop? We are. We're about to leave though, Omar, but we'll be back next Wednesday.
Yeah, and we're going to go over to Sir and West and grab a bite to eat.
So if you want to come holler at us at Sir and come on. We're talking the show.
All right.
Utah Joe is hungry.
Yes, and we're about to it's time in the show, y'all. Because guess what? Y'all, if y'all want to continue this conversation, I'll bring her on today if she got time. You come on to the Joe Locker Show at 4:00. We'll send you, if you got time, follow through.
Sure.
Come make sure y'all come on through the Joe Locker Show 4:00 today on the same channels, right? Y'all can hang out with us. Same bedtime, Joe Locker Show, Keisa on the Keisa Shop Show. Hang out with us at 4 to 6, y'all. That's every day. And also next week, y'all see how we just never know who's gonna pop up on the Keisa Show. My first grade teacher popped up this week, and we got DeMarcus pop up. So we'll see who's gonna pop up next week. And also, y'all, Keisa, since she's put it out there, I think my attire is fine, but y'all say I need a wardrobe mix up. So if a woman want to take me shopping, I'll pay for it. If y'all got a great
I'm so fly.
place y'all want to go shopping, I think I look good myself personally. I don't think nobody can. I think I'm one of the few dudes can pull off the way what I pull off. You know what I'm saying?
On my hood, I look fly. Look good.
Wait a minute. Did you just finish quoting Bible scripture?
I can be a little ratchet and know some Bible scriptures too. There is nothing wrong. That's called being diverse.
It is time to go because Ratchet and Keisa Shop done.
Bye,
y'all.
I look
Bye.
fly. I look good.
We're not
Thank
gonna
you
do
for
this.
tuning in to